To the game.
Ohio. A top 5 showdown is in store, and you can set the tone and set the pace for what your season is going to be like by winning a game like this early. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
The Hurricanes head coach told me before the game, he told me they understand every ranked matchup becomes a measuring stick when you're carrying a top 10 ranking. They got off to a strong start last week, 1-0 on the season, but that doesn't matter. He said, we will be good if we execute each and every game. Keeps talking to the players in the locker room about the sky is the limit for this team, but it will take one game at a time, and he thinks this is the team that can do it. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Buckeyes will kick off first, and here we go. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Calls his own number. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? how mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Special teams proving to be special. The whole thought process is just get the ball back and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball reached. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution of that punt return.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Runs ahead and powers its way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Unloads to the right. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. Running inside the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Mensah. Got it behind the line. It's Pringle. Turning it on. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Might have a chance. Got the first down. The 30. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hurricane. PAT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They wasted no time on that drive, got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Cross. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. On the move, it's Jackson. He's got the first down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing St. Clair. Keeping his eyes downfield. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
And guys, we've been talking about this all week, man. What a showdown. Top 10 offense, top 10 defense. Who's going to come out and assert their will? And the defense wins the first battle. Getting in the backfield, creating the negative play, kind of dictating to this offense. The defense strikes first in this big-time matchup.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down, because now you know I got to pass the football, I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. St. Clair to throw for it on fourth. Time to take a shot. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Quick give. It's Pringle. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Throwing, Mensah. And here's a fumble way behind the line. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, it's Pringle. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field.
How about the effort by the running back? Great job. Listen, it's not an ideal situation, but when you get yourself backed up like that, and it's third and eternity, you put yourself in a bad situation. He almost climbed out of it single-handedly. Nice run, nice effort by the running back.
Snapped on 4th down. Pulls it in, the 1st down and more. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
He just carries him face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Maybe didn't like that play call on 3rd and 2. Instead, they'll call a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Powers inside. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Canes! The extra point here would tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty.
Number 48, set to kick off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Straight ahead, it's Jackson. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Might as well run him again. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
St. Clair throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Glover. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's St. Clair. Sends it downfield. No, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
They don't need a bunch on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Oh, he's got some space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
The Buckeyes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. RPO complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Tavian St. Clair unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Right side, it's Pringle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Here's Mensah to throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Cuts it upfield. It's Pringle. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Timeout signal forward by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Hurricanes will send out the punt unit. He might be afraid to kick it to him here after the first punt was taken back to the house. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Smith. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Throwing St. Clair. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Scanning the field is St. Clair. He's taking the shot. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Again, it's St. Clair. Left side is Glover. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long, and they look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback changing the play. St. Clair. He's going to let it go. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with Oregon taking on the number 12 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Ducks getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. He'll start the third quarter with the run. There he goes. He's at the 50. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown Buckeyes. He got a step and just dusted the field. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. They put the brakes on it.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
after getting knocked back to open this drive at 2nd and 12. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage. They've got some zone beaters as well. You just saw one there on the crossing route.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. Tavian St. Clair. He lets one fly deep. It's complete. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. How about this on 1st and goal? The gift to the wide receiver. And he's in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, the defense is going to be kicking themselves for that. They knew coming into this game they had to stop this wide receiver. And it wasn't just going to be catching the football. They knew they might see him in the run game as well. Really good timing on the reverse call there. Down in the red zone, the defense just not able to catch up and make a tackle.
And he made the extra point without problem. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Buckeye. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get one pick six in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously,
Nothing but green grass down the middle. He's at the 30. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. And the Canes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And you talk about wasting no time. That's what this offense just did. First play, explosive play. Second play, ready to rock and roll. 2-play drive. It's exactly what they drew up over there on the sidelines, Ball.
And they did a great job at getting down to the goal line and getting set quick to go run that play, right? After the long play, the call came in, everybody got lined up. They were wasting no time. Defense completely on their heels. They don't know what just hit them.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Finds a crease, it's Jackson. He's past the marker. Turns it on to midfield. Flying down the right side. Inside the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out wide left, it's Lofton. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll run it. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Pringle. Makes him talk to the hand. They make the stop, but not before the chains move, and the Wildcat formation pays off.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. A give to Brown. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking for room, it's Pringle. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Mensah grabs it in the middle, putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
Drops back on first down. Taking a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
One back in the backfield, he gets to carry.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Third and long coming up. Throwing, Mensah. Rushes on. And he throws another interception. His third one of the night. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Back has it. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Throwing St. Clair. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. You got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. But there's definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats, and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
St. Clair from the gun on third down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And the ball was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's sort this one out. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. To the air, it's St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Glover. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. St. Clair rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Third and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Direct snap. It's Pringle. Crosses the 40. Turning it on. Inside the 30. 10. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. Lining up for the PAT. Smashes it through for the PAT. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hits inside. It's Jackson. He's past the sticks. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Big play to start. Now they are on the move at their own 45. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. At the 35, he's open. There's a crease. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Buckeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Going to the run, it's West. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Down he goes.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Tavian St. Clair setting up the screen. Shows him the stiff arm. Thought they had something set up there, but he'll be stopped just short, and it'll be 4th down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. Out of bounds, and how about the job by this defense, not on their watch. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Oh, he's got some space. A really nice run from deep in his own territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 29. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29.
Bingo, Ruben, bingo, Ruben.
Sells to run, looking to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing